experience there.
Yep. I've been playing for quite a few years too. Or I think Prairie Storm's a bit newer of a team.
Yeah, Saskatchewan kind of new on the scene. They came out for the first time last year. And Brock with the opening shot there, not connecting.
Just barely missing Amy McNeil there.
So it looks like the team's just feeling each other out right now. Get some fakes from the wingers on Sirens, and then Brott takes another shot. Oh, calling a play. And winding up. There we go, and a connection, all right. So that's going to put Saskatchewan at a 4-5 disadvantage there.
Actually 5-3. The
5 to
referee
3?
called a double hit.
Oh, wow.
They're hitting.
Yeah. Morse taking the throw there. Brott then getting knocked out. Smith Nelson passing off. Saskatchewan playing defense. Getting low, gets small.
Works out for Morse.
Yeah, Morse only keeping one hand on her blocking ball, though, not using the typically recommended two-handed blocking method. Two-handed blocking method, I should say. And there we go. Sirens closing it out.
Great confidence showing from them.
Absolutely. Getting their handshakes in, making the ball retrievers do the setup. The high fives, the low fives, all very important parts of the mental game.
Yeah, gotta keep your attitude up when you're on the court.
So it looks like they're gonna have more playing the left wing there for the Sirens. And look at that. Looked like a connection there off the line. I'm wondering if that ball wasn't activated.
Seems like it.
Selinger reaching for a block, but not necessary because the ball had already gone out of bounds.
Yep. On Prairie Storm to make a play here.
And Brott gets connected on.
Yep. Very little counter throw by Brogan Moore.
And Shishchuk putting her shot into the ground. They're trying to go low, not connecting. Looks like Dal there. Or is it Dale? Yeah, it's probably Dale.
Yeah.
I'm just so used to pronouncing the French names. We're talking about the Scotian Sirens right now. Les Scotiens. There we go. Miller getting tagged out there too, but looks like not happy about that.
Prairie Storm looking to be in a good position though. 4 players for the Scotia Sirens too.
There we go. Dale putting her hand up there. Looks like she was looking for a ball to be sent over to her. Prairie Storm in the enviable 4-on-2 position. McFadden getting hit on the hands as she put him up to cover her face. Scotians getting together to call a play. It's like Dale and McPhee trying to feel it out. Smith Nelson making the fakes there, but looks like, yeah, McPhee was not buying it, but ended up buying the farm.
Yeah, so that's Prairie Storm on the board now.
You familiar with the term like buying the farm or bought the farm?
No, not really.
So it's an old war term. Basically, you know, people always say, "Oh, you're gonna buy a farm somewhere quiet after the war, right?"
Yeah.
And then so once they died, people say, "Well, they bought the farm."
Nice.
Right? They finally get their peace and quiet.
Yeah. It's one way to achieve it.
Yeah, maybe we can bring that one in to dodgeball a little bit.
Oh, looks like Prairie Storm missing the...
Defensive opening rush there. You notice Morse just stopping with both balls to get in a solid block before passing off. Calling out the play. Shishchuk Oh, connecting there on McPhee. It's like we've got Wong there in the left guard position. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is a new color scheme for the Sirens, isn't it?
It's a new jersey, and I love seeing new jerseys come out. There's a lot of teams that like to change it up every year.
You know, as much as I like seeing new jerseys, especially when they're good-looking ones, I also very much like it when teams stick with the same jersey style year in and year out, build a brand, you know, become recognizable. Morse playing a very aggressive wing there and getting punished for it.
Special Sirens, great to recognize that they had the opportunity there to
you can see Wong there playing much more forward than the other left wings on her team have been. He's got that bravado. Looks like Pasuiata just, passed it off.
Found a hit on Angie Miller there.
So this game I'm noticing is a lot more like previous metagame that we saw for women's dodgeball, where it's much more calm and calculated. Once your team has the ball control, then you kind of settle everything down, get everyone together, call a play. Oh, and Weinberger's getting called out. All right.
Looks like it's causing some discussion between the refs.
Oh, and I think they're also calling out one of the Scotians.
Yeah,
so that's going to put us down to a 3-on-3 situation, if that's the calls that they're going to stick by. Referees are discussing it out in the middle of the court. Oh, and looks like they're going to be keeping her on, so that's going to be a 4-on-3. I think, now I could be mistaken, perhaps she was hit by a ball that Weinberger had thrown after she would have been called out.
It's quite possible.
The only reason that I can think of to be having to debate whether or not a player is hit. Yeah. Oh, and balls colliding in the air. That means that everybody's safe. Balls coming from opposite directions do cancel each other out. Wow, Wong with a beautiful throw. Although, something I've noticed the Sirens do that I'm not a personal fan of is that they turn their back when they're running back to the back line to get there quicker.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for the other team to punish them.
It is, but there's just less time for that opportunity, you may have noticed, right? Because they're running back quicker. And obviously, if they're putting up results,
attempts to catch.
Should have dropped the ball.
Should have. It's much easier to catch a ball when you don't have the ball in your hand already.
That being said, when you're in the moment, you're holding the ball, and you're focused on tracking that ball with your eyes, the last thing you're thinking about is, should I be releasing the one in my hands?
Yeah, these are split-second decisions being made.
It also leaves you defenseless, too, so it's... Well, it's easy for us to sit up here and say, you should have dropped the ball. In the moment, you know, it can be really hard to leave yourself with no defenses.
No hits off the opening rush.
So it looks like Prairie Storm's actually taking a 2-1 lead. Moore now taking the right wing. Manages to get out of the way the two cross-court shots that came at her. Looks like they're communicating a plan to Wong. McPhee taking a shot.
Yeah, I think those were some opportunities seen by Scotia Sirens, and they went for the shots rather than the called play.
There we go. It's just Chuck just lifting the leg up, not wasting any energy on an easy dodge. Notice there too that Wilkie, actually a player whose jersey I got in Barrie, wears number 42, and I can't help but wonder if that's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference.
Could be. That's what that number is known for.
Do you know what it stands for?
It's the answer to life, the universe, and everything?
It's the answer to life's great question.
Yeah.
But here's the other question. What is life's great question?
It's a very simple question.
That's what Earth was created to figure out. But they decided to just say it was how many roads must a man walk down and then call it a day.
Scotia Sirens in a commanding lead right now, though. 6 players to Prairie Storm's 2.
Yeah, but only in a lead in this set.
Yeah.
The actual match itself, they are trailing by 1 point.
Fine hit on one breaker.
And she leaves herself defenses. McFadden getting aggressive there.
Yeah. I think that was sudden death called.
Probably all for the best there, and that's probably why she threw those balls, right? If you know that the count is really close to the end, you can just chuck them because you're going to be getting 3 balls right after the whistle's blown.
Yeah, won't be enough time for the other team to pick them up and throw them back.
Oh, and more blocking and sudden death, but it doesn't matter because McFadden gets tagged anyway. That's going to put us at 2-all going into the second half. So I got to say, really good performance by Prairie Storm going up against a solid team like Scotian Sirens, leading them by 2 points for the entire first half. So not leading by 2 points, leading with 2 points.
Yeah.
It's the thing about language. You need to use it accurately to convey the proper message. So we got the good old-fashioned team handshakes.
Yeah,
now,
as they switch sides.
Handshakes at half, the high fives at the end, the 3 cheers to the other team. None of that's codified anywhere in a rule book. That's just good sportsmanship.
Yeah, pretty much every team follows it.
Absolutely, and it goes across sports too, right? It's not just in dodgeball. I imagine that comes from other events, other sports.
Just the general idea of having good sportsmanship.
I wonder if esports do that sort of stuff.
I think you generally see like handshakes at the end of matches.
Yeah, but like, do you do 3 cheers for the other Smash player?
Probably not.
No. Counter-Strike teams, maybe? I used to play competitive Counter-Strike back in the days of 1.6. I guarantee you that there was no handshakes. Lots of salt before the term salt existed.
Yeah. Really good block by Brogan Moore there off the opening rush.
Yeah. Moore just showing her chops, why she's been considered for Team Canada in the past. Looks like they've got Wilkie and McNeil taking the center position. McNeil getting hit. There you go, Wilkie and Moore talking out a plan. Wilkie communicating it to Miller.
Sorry. It's earlier in game 1.
And there we go. Connect on brought. We could say they brought it.
It's a great one.
Yeah, thank you.
Did good.
You done good, kid. You done good.
Oh, great catch.
Huge exchange there. Scotian Sirens down to just 2 on 4 with Wong and Wilkie.
2 and 5, actually. Or apparently not. Confused about whether she should come in on or not.
So, the question is, Wilkie or won't he?
It's a pretty tough situation here.
That looked like tag number 7 there, but can't say for certain. Now, one of the things that you want to do when you're in situations like this, when you're the last one left, is you want to try and convince at least one other player on the other team not to throw.
Yeah.
So you notice that she's making those fakes, sometimes even releasing, seeing if maybe she can tag one of the players out when they're vulnerable.
Yeah, it's keeping that pressure up so it's more likely to stay alive for long.
Absolutely. And look, down to just, oh no, it's still down to 4 on 1, but.
That was a good block. Gonna throw and find her.
And that's going to put them at a 3-2 lead there for Prairie Storm.
Yeah, they're actually doing very, very well. Like you said, this is only their second year here, and Scotia Sirens is a very experienced team.
I think what Prairie Storm likes to do is play a slower, more methodical game. And I think they're catching the Sirens in that. If I had to guess, the Sirens are playing the more modern, more explosive, a bit crazier style of dodgeball that we saw Prairie Fire do earlier that just completely took Prairie Storm off guard. But you know, as their Storm, like they gather up their balls, they call the play. They don't have anybody up there pump fake or anything, right? They're just slowing the game down, waiting for the Sirens to make a throw or catch them off guard. And yep, see, it's 5 on 6 now. Now, something that I've noticed that the Sirens are doing a lot more is the faking, right? They're getting a lot more fakes in.
Yeah.
If you watch Prairie Storm right now, like when they've got ball advantage, they're not pumping at all. Oh, look at that catch. Fantastic catch. I do believe that brings brought back. She was brought back from the dead. Dale getting tagged out there. McNeil getting up there, putting some pressure on there. You see Prairie Storm just sitting at the back, just waiting for it.
Yeah, it's really on Scotia Sirens to make something happen here. Prairie Storm being up 6 players to Scotia's 3.
Yeah, and Storm at this point can just ride it out. They've got a player advantage as well. All they got to do is just trade down, and kind of like a game of chess, right? You get up by 1 piece, just trade down until the other player's out of pieces.
Yeah, find a great hit on Amy McNeil there.
Yeah. McPhee was looking for the ball, but the retriever gives it to Moore. Oh, wow, nice one there, but yeah, McPhee gets knocked out too. Just going to be Brogan Moore now against the entirety of Prairie Storm. And she leaves herself vulnerable.
Great dodge. Oh, manages not to
falls
fall out either.
Inbounds.
Yeah, she had a lot of backwards momentum there. Really, really impressive that she managed to transfer it to the side.
You know, flailing arms aren't just to try and stay upright. Sometimes they are to shift your momentum into a different direction. And as you see, it paid off. She managed to get out of the way.
Good block.
Very solid block right onto the bottom of the balls. Moore was looking to punish the players that weren't looking, but wasn't able to make it happen. And she gets hit right on the back. Something I've noticed that Prairie Storm has, and I think that this might just be indicative of a newer dodgeball team, is they seem to have a lot of players with good throws, and they probably come from baseball
or softball backgrounds.
Exactly. So they can put the balls where they want it. And you'll see some of the older teams, like the Ontario teams, the teams from the East Coast, they seem to play, you know, more athletic, more jumpy, throwing their bodies around a lot more.
Yeah. Prairie Storm actually ended up leaving a ball there.
Always
Sirens capitalize on that.
Just a heartbreaker when that happens when you're on your own team as well.
Yeah.
Balls are so valuable in this game. Yeah, Selinger getting hit right in the knees there. McPhee calling a play to Moore. Wilkie trying to get in on the call. Oh, look at that team catch. Wong getting caught out. And that's going to put Sirens down at a 4-6 disadvantage. Not the position that they want to be in right now. Given the slow, methodical nature of the Prairie Storm play, it might almost be a good idea for for Sirens to just do like a lightning round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just get in there, get crazy. Don't let them collect themselves. Don't let them throw the game. Just like slow the game down.
Yeah, they're running out of time too.
Yeah.
Clock's always ticking, and they're going to need to get 2 points if they want to win the set.
When you're up, well, you want to run that clock, right? Like, it would be in Storm's best interest to wait for the throw timer. Oh, not able to make that team catch there. Wilkie was looking for it, thought better of it.
Oh, another catch for Prairie Storm.
And that's really going to put the pressure onto the Sirens to get active, get in their grill. Rob the jewelry store till they make them a grill.
Yeah, Scotia Sirens trying to figure out what they need to do here to win this set.
Yeah, it's easy for us up in the commentary booth to talk about what they need to do, but the reality is down on the ground could be a completely different situation. They may be reading this much different from us, and they might be right. Dale looking to, throw at the team huddle. That's why all the memes are about that. It's so satisfying to put a ball into a group of like 3 or 4 people, especially if you can ricochet it into somebody. And the look of defeat on their face afterwards is worth it. It's worth giving up ball control. Dale getting hit on the windup. Storm obviously not deterred by their first round loss. McPhee looking intense.
Oh, she finds a hit.
Yeah, almost turned into a juggling catch there, but luckily for her, it did not. And it's going to be...
Sudden death time now.
So in sudden death, what happens is both teams reset to each side. They each get 3 balls per side.
Oh, actually, we are wrong.
Oh.
I think she got hit there.
Okay.
Didn't notice.
I was going to say,
starting up a new set.
Then their percentage gets set to 300, and the camera slowly starts zooming in, reducing the size of the stage, and then if it takes too long, bombs start falling from the ceiling.
If only dodgeball worked like Smash Bros. Makes
I feel
very
like
interesting games.
Almost any of the attacks in Smash Bros. Would kill a human being.
Most likely.
Indeed.
Yeah, so Prairie Storm gets a hit off the break there.
Yeah. Getting a hit off the snap is crucial in a tournament like this with shorter games where the games are only half times at 10 minutes apiece. You want to get that player advantage that you just keep pressing on the offense, right? Because burden to throw goes by who has more balls. If that's tied, goes by who has more players. And that's when you want to be in the player advantage, because if you stay on the offense, you're the one making the plays to knock out the players on the other team.
Sirens getting another hit and another one.
Wow. Wong and McPhee putting some numbers on the board there. Sirens really need to win 2 rounds before the end of the game.
Yeah.
As long as they're down by only 1 point, they can get the last point in sudden death.
That was a very quick 3 hits for Prairie Storm there.
Now the captain there for Prairie Storm making a great display of talent. Morris definitely showing her chops.
Yeah.
And now I believe we are in sudden death. McNeil, 1v2. Can she put up that point? Getting extra aggressive.
Dodges the balls coming in at her.
Yeah. And
finds a hit on Morris.
Did you get the hit on Brock? No. Feeling it out. Both players just kind of pausing for a second there.
Yeah.
Oh no, if only Broad had actually blocked.
She gets a hit.
Seems to think that it would tag the other player on the back of the jersey there. You see her indicating. Prairie Storm ecstatic. I think this might be their first game victory at a national event.
Very well could be.
They look
struggled
super
last
stoked.
year.
Yeah, last year, I mean, they did have individual teams to play against. Individual teams always at a disadvantage because they didn't play together before the event.
Yeah.
So it is possible they had a win last year, but just based on the jubilation that I saw, I have to feel like this was their first real victory on the court.
Yeah, it's always good to get that first victory out at one of these tournaments as well, because once you get that first one, you know, your confidence gets up.
All right.